Let's just start with the horse whose name's on your hat, with Pretty Mischievous coming into the Breeders' Cup Distaff.
She's doing great, Jenny. The last day the track came up sloppy, and we didn't feel that she handled it very well, especially in the early part of the race. But she managed to creep into the race and ran a very good second, really, under the circumstances. So she's done very well since. Her work's been very good. We've gotten plenty of time between that race and now, and she's in pretty good shape. So we're looking forward to Saturday.
You don't have to worry about any slop on Saturday.
I hope not. No, I hope not. This doesn't seem to be the place that it normally comes up. But we've a good weather forecast the next few days, so we should get a good dry track.
What do you think about the field overall now that we know the entries? Brad's got that trio of horses,
and it's a good field. It's a Breeders' Cup, so you could make a case for 6 or 7 of them there, and you might still be wrong. But we're looking forward to it. Like I said, we're coming into it in good shape, so we try not to worry about them and just worry about ourselves.
I think she was early in her 3-year-old year when she won the just a couple months of being a biological 3-year-old when she won the Oaks. Now, in the intervening time, has she changed since?
Yeah, done really well actually physically since. She won't look out of place with these fillies on Saturday, whereas maybe 2-3 months ago she might have looked like a lot younger version. But she has matured very well. She's done very well physically the last few months. So we can't ask for more than that.
And you have a very interesting horse in the Juvenile Fillies turf in Austere, who's 2 for 2 in the $500,000 race at Kentucky Downs. Talk about Austere.
Yeah, no, she's done great. She broke her maiden first out at Ellis Park, and then she went to Kentucky Downs and handled that track there very well and won very well. So she's done absolutely nothing wrong. How good she is, I don't think we've really found out yet, but we'll have a fair idea on Friday. But she's doing awfully well, and I don't think she'll be too far away. I mean, she was working well, but nothing flashy, and that seems to be her. But she came back and she ran a really, really good race at Kentucky Downs and won comfortably, I think, in the end. So like I said, we don't really know how good she is yet. Hopefully she's going to take the next step and run very well on Friday.
In those 2-year-old turf races, you always got to beat the Europeans. Do any of your sources, what are they telling you about the field for the?
They always command respect. The European fillies, they don't come over here for nothing, and their record speaks for itself. But like I said, with Pretty Mischievous, we'll look after ourselves, and hopefully we can run a good race and let the rest take care of itself.
Been a fan since you started stabling at Kentucky Downs with their 2-year-old program. It seems like there was a lot this year, like maybe even more so than it just seemed like a lot of notable horses. You look at their record and said, oh, that horse ran at Ellis Park.
Yeah. No, listen, it's great now, Jenny. Especially I think with the prize money gone up in tracks like Ellis Park now, it gives people a lot more reason to stay at home and not be trying to go up to Saratoga. And I just think it's a great place to develop a horse, and they've got a good program through the summer, and why would you want to go anywhere else?
And you also have, getting back to Kentucky Downs, you have Lindy, who won an allowance race at Kentucky Downs.
She did, yeah.
And then she came back and was second in the Queen Elizabeth, the Grade 1 at Keeneland.
No, it was fantastic the way it all worked out, that we were able to get that prep race into her at Kentucky Downs, and she handled the track very well, and it was just a perfect preparation for her. So she obviously ran a really, really good race in the Queen Elizabeth. She just missed, and she's a top class filly. She was a very good filly in France before she ever came to us, and thankfully she's moved up again, I think, since she came here, so it shouldn't put her too far away on Saturday either.
So you had a huge weekend, a Friday and Saturday, of the Derby and the Oaks. Do you have any sort of sense that you have any kind of like juju or anything?
I'd like to think we could have as good a weekend again, Jenny. You're always hopeful, but it's such high class racing. I mean, you could run your your best race and still run third or fourth. But you know, listen, like I said, they're all coming in here in good shape, and that's all we can do is go out and hope we get a good clean trip, and mainly that they all come back good after. But they're three nice fillies, and I wouldn't swap them for anybody else.